Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to 8-Bit Super Mario World, where last time we finished off World 4, explored this completely new area of the map that's not in the Super Nintendo game, and today we're going to be taking on World 5, which is normally supposed to be the Forest of Illusion. Right now it looks more like lake than anything. There's more lake than there is forest and trees, but who knows just what we're going to encounter as we proceed on past that ghost house. Without further ado though, let's jump into the first level here, and let's see just how much it looks like its Super Nintendo counterpart. Well, we do actually get forest-themed levels, it would seem. So far, so good. Just gotta get used to those controls again. If we jump straight up with Yoshi, it's so strange, because there was one time in, like, part 2 where jumping while riding Yoshi made us move forward for some reason, even if I wasn't touching the D-pad, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. There are just no rules in this crazy 8-bit version of the game. Now let's just get used to jumping again. Yeah, it's always an experience. Every time I start playing this, gotta get used to all the controls. You're just a one-up in that block for some reason. No effort required. Just a free one-up. We got springboards. Can Yoshi eat a springboard? He can, and then kind of just spits it out. And it doesn't go flying or anything like that. It just drops straight down, which, you know, why not? Is this actually going to be good for anything? Let's bounce on all the enemies. I knew that was a risky bounce, but I wanted to pull off. But, you know, the laws of 8-bit Super Mario World just weren't having any of that, so Yoshi and my springboard are never to be seen again. Let's see, hopefully we can get some more power-ups soon. Let's not get killed by the jank controls. And hey, a star! I mean, I can't complain too much about that. Force of Illusion 1 normally has the P-Balloon in it and some other stuff. Usually has Wigglers. That's something that's definitely missing from this rendition of the level. And hey, who would have thought that entering a pipe would take us to this room? Fortunately, it is a shame that there's like no side rooms really. Anytime you enter a pipe, it just brings you to this bonus game, but I guess it's better than, you know, not being able to enter any pipes at all. So we're just gonna try our luck, because again, I'm pretty sure it's not predetermined or anything like that. Gonna take it nice and easy so we don't miss anything, and there you go. I think we got like, what, 2 or 3 one-ups there? Not too shabby. And yes, this is definitely, I did not intend to do a spin jump there. Again, if you're just even slightly holding that up button, you're going for a spin jump ride. But yeah, normally you use the P-Balloon, you go underneath these logs, and there is a key and keyhole that you can get under there, but it seems that in this case, I think this block is supposed to be the P-Balloon. It's just replaced with an ordinary power-up. And is this going to be another one of those bonus games? It's just like every single pipe in this level you can enter, and it brings you to one of these. Which again, stocking up on one-ups isn't bad, but it seems that it remembers that we probably did the bonus game earlier, and it actually took us back to the beginning of that log section. So both pipes took us to the exact same room, which had the same exit pipe, which took us to the same, you know, exit destination. And there was no reason to do that because it meant that I just didn't, you know, get any more one-ups, but it did give us the chance to get Fire Mario, so I suppose it wasn't a total loss. And hey, football kicking Chuck, not too bad. Let's press select and get our mushroom there. Sometimes I forget. You know, you get hit, and the mushroom in normal Super Mario Bros. Would just come down from the item blocks and you'd be able to grab it. But in this game, if you take that damage, you have to remember to press select, or you're not going to get, you know, that kind of middle power-up. And hey, we have another Yoshi's house coming up, but before we do that, we have a ghost house. Will this be the forest ghost house, or the only other ghost house we haven't seen so far is the vanilla one? So it'd be really hilarious if they, for some reason, decided to insert that here. Well, let's give it a try. And again, I'm just still so impressed. It would have been so easy for them to like not put the effort into making the castle and ghost house intros, but they did. And this very much looks like the Forest of Illusion ghost house. Now, how do I get under you? Can you really do like a run and duck? You can, kind of. Okay, sure, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. We got Erie's coming after us. We got a coin up there. That's kind of mysterious. Got more ghosts here. Normally there's a big boo here. So this ghost house, much like Forest of Illusion overall, is definitely a bit of a maze where you need to get to those doors that are on top of this structure here. But in order to do that, you have to go all the way to the right and enter some other doors, which then lead to some other doors, which then lead to the above section that you can kind of see here. Oh no! Oh my gosh! That's probably not what's supposed to happen. Now, what should I do? What should I do? I gotta make a save state of this. Let's see. Okay, you gotta do something like that, and then I think it's that button. Don't want to accidentally, you know, load state. Because I want to be able to come back and experience this again in the future. And I didn't, overwrite my other save state, so, you know, should we be completely stuck, I can at least, you know, try again, but this is... What should I do? I mean, I feel like I'm probably still playing the level, but I don't really understand the layout of it. I mean, I understand the layout of the basic Super Nintendo version, but Like, where am I going? What exactly am I doing? I was trying to duck there. I was hoping I wouldn't get hit by that Eerie, and is that just gonna boot us out to the map normally? And it is! Okay. 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 That is not how I expected this level to proceed. I mean, I'm not surprised, and in fact, I'm kind of, you know, in some ways actually surprised by the fact that we haven't encountered more glitching like that, but that was a massive problem. Not entirely sure what caused that. Normally, even if you're not ducking, just having that 16 pixel height, you know, to stand would cause that Eerie to go over you in the Super Nintendo version, so not sure why I got hit there, but wow, okay, I'm just still blown away by the fact that we encountered our first actual major glitch. You know, just ignore the fact that the game is pretty glitchy overall. Wow, so the ducking actually does change your height in this game, even as small, which I don't think is the case in the original Super Mario World. It's nice to duck when you're small, just as kind of like reflex because you think it helps, but I still think that your height is 16 pixels. Even when you duck as small Mario in the Super Nintendo version. But yeah, let's hope that it doesn't break again. I think it's like probably too many sprites or something. Because look, there's just ghosts everywhere. Like, no wonder the game broke. But we seem to have gotten by at this point. Wow, okay. I'm happy I save stated though, so I can go back and experience that for years to come. And oh, I forgot that you have to duck. I forgot that you have to duck in the NES version. And now we're probably never gonna get back to that point again without it breaking. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Like, there's just so many ghosts. Why? The original NES version doesn't, or I'm getting my versions mixed up. The Super Nintendo version is not such a slog in that point. It actually is kind of overloaded in some sense. There's a lot of ghosts in that opening section, even in the SNES version. But, I mean, if it's gonna break your game, maybe you should hold off a little bit. Okay, finally. Got past all that, and that brings us to this room, which again has those ghosts floating in the ceiling. I'm going to be really scared now. Anytime there are, you know, an excess number of sprites on screen, that the game just smashes itself, as it previously did there. But yeah, Fire Flower. Not going to complain too much about that. Watch, that like one extra Fire Flower sprite on screen is going to cause the game to crash. That is all I have on my mind at this point. And just slowly slogging our way. Thankfully, that guy didn't hurt us. Normally, I mean, I guess... should I even try this? Should I try ducking under there and hitting that? I think it's just a 1-up. We need to take this, and if we normally hit this in this area, there will be a secret door, and this should take us to that upper area from the first room, where we can normally just, you know, return to the main area by going to the right, but if we go to the left, there's normally 2 doors. One that leads to the normal exit, and one that leads to the secret exit, and has a 3-up moon, so... I was actually not paying attention during the beginning stages of the level. There's one door. Here's a coin. Like, that's so weird. Why would you put a coin there? Is there like a block if you jump? I don't think... Yeah, and then this is normally the secret exit. So I wonder what each of the doors do. But we're going to enter this one first, and it's not exactly an easy thing to do. You need to be really precise there. And there you go. That just took us to the exit. I don't know if the other door would be different, or if maybe that one would have something different there. I don't know. I'm actually a little bit curious. Am I silly enough to go and check it out? And it looks like our map changed again, and we have Yoshi's house. You know what? I am just so silly that I want to know what is in that first door. So we're just going to beat this real quick, hopefully without any crashing and glitching, and I'll see you in a second. Ooh, a feather! Can't complain too much about that unless, you know, I'm phasing right through it, but yes, the ability to fly, always welcome in Mario World. Speaking of which, I actually recently made a video about some recently discovered beta elements of Super Mario World. Man, my channel has just been all about Mario World lately. Maybe I should rename it to like Mario World Central. I don't think that name has ever been taken before. But yeah, there's some really fascinating discoveries in there. Highly recommend checking out that video if you're interested in some more Super Mario World craziness, but we are approaching the end here. Once again, can't really get down there and get that. Whoa! I didn't mean to do that! Oh no! Oh no! That is not what I meant to do! There is normally a glitch in Super Mario World where you can, if you're a big Mario, you can sandwich yourself into a small space and spin jump through the floor. That was not in any way what I was intending to do there, and yet it seems like it kind of accidentally happened. I don't know if I hit that block. Wow, I just pressed the jump button, like just tapped it a little bit. It shouldn't have sent me flying into those guys, and yet it did. Can I please not die? All I want to do is check out this door. Thank you very much. Let's just very carefully check it out. Is this any different No, it is not. In absolutely no way. It's probably literally just the same room, but hey, now we know, and we can all sleep soundly without, being kept up at night with the questions that, haunt us in our sleep. So, with that, we have really, seen everything there is to see in that ghost house. Let us go into here now. It's probably just the same Yoshi's house again, but, I mean, it will give us a free Yoshi, so can't complain too much about that. And proceeding on, we are now brought to what looks like it may be the Forest of Illusion 2, which is the water level with the urchins that can lead to the Blue Switch Palace if this game had secret exits, which it doesn't. So let's find out just what we can experience here. And it indeed does look like the Forest of Illusion 2 water level. And how does Yoshi work underwater? I don't think we've had him underwater to this point. And this is normally where urchins are introduced in the game. Interestingly, in the previous water level, there were urchins in this NES version, which is not normally the case in the Super Nintendo version. And once again, yeah, you just swim really slow. Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, oops, I was holding up because you have to swim up, right? And then that caused me to jump off of Yoshi. That's kind of a flawed thing there. Yeah, if I hold up and jump, then it's just like, yeah, I fly off of Yoshi. But you have to press up to swim, and I mean, then you have to press the jump button to swim as well. So definitely, the limited controls kind of hurt this a little bit. Now, I don't think you normally want to go down here. This is normally just for like a 1-up or something like that, or the level might be a little bit different. So that might not be the case here. Okay, now maybe this actually is the proper way. No, yeah, I'm thinking here, where you go up. And then if you go immediately down, it's just a secret area for a 1-up. And once again, it's just... I mean, I guess there's no point on holding the up button. It doesn't help you swim up any faster. I'm just mashing the B button right now. Like, how that interaction just worked, I have no idea. I'd like a power-up. It would be very much appreciated. I think that would normally be a switch block in the Super Nintendo one. But yeah, if you come down here, there's normally an opportunity for a 1-up, I think. Why I'm going for it, I don't know. I mean, we're doing this, a Let's Play. We might as well experience everything, I suppose. Are there still invisible blocks here? No, there's not. Usually there's some invisible coin blocks along with an invisible 1-up. And normally you can't proceed on to the right from here. But no, okay, so there's just a dragon coin here, which... I mean, that was our 5th one. Despite the fact that it wasn't our 5th one in this level, but, just collecting 5 of them gives you a 1-up, which is a system I don't really mind. It definitely makes sense, like... The dragon coins in Mario World are really flawed in the original game, because there's 5 per level, but they don't save when you hit a midpoint. So say there's like 3 in the first half of the level and then 2 in the second half. So you collect the 3 in the first half, hit the midway point, and then die. You come back to life with no dragon coins again, meaning that collecting the later 2 in the level is really just for points, but doesn't help you help contribute to getting a 1-up. So by them building on top of each other, regardless of if you get them all in one life or if they're all on the same level, and then it actually makes a little bit more sense. Because otherwise, going out of your way to collect these 5 things to end up equaling one 1-up in the end, it's not super fruitful, considering getting 1-ups in the original Mario World is not the hardest task anyway. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of making conversation as we proceed with our incredibly slow swim through the ocean, and I just noticed down there that, yeah, time is kind of an issue. I don't even know if I can make it to the end at this point, swimming at this speed. Like, really, mashing the Y button, and I just kind of clipped the side of him there. Okay, and Yoshi was still running around down there. I think we just really need to enter this level and then go as fast as possible. And because it doesn't seem like there are any power-ups whatsoever, even if having a Yoshi is kind of flawed, I guess we might as well do it, considering Yoshi's house is right there. So, let's give this a try once again. Like... yeah, there's nothing in this block. Oh, there is a mushroom in this block. So why did the other block not have a mushroom? What if I could just go in this pipe and it like instantly takes you to the end of the level? Do you think that there are warp barrels in 8-bit Super Mario Brothers or Mario World? I would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's not press up. And yeah, this is literally just how fast they make you swim. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, it's almost like I wonder if there's even enough time to beat this level. It's actually fairly long. And I don't think there's a checkpoints in the original version of this. Water levels didn't typically have checkpoints. So we're just going to be going really slowly. And there's no reason that they didn't have checkpoints. Like, the levels that in Mario World that have checkpoints and dragon coins, there's no consistency. Like, some castle levels have checkpoints, some don't. Some have dragon coins, some don't. It's very strange, although I think that in the in the Game Boy Advance version, Super Mario Advance 2, they did remedy that by all levels I think now have Dragon Coins and Midway points. And you can of course even check that progress on the level select screen, which was a lot of fun in that game because it was actually saved, going around and getting all of the Dragon Coins. So in that case, unlike the original game where it's really just for a one-up, and it's in many cases not even worth it because if you die partway through the level, you lose all of your Dragon Coins anyway, it definitely made it much more worthwhile to go and try and collect them all in the Game Boy Advance version. I don't know how that interaction there works, but I absolutely love it, so thank you so much, Yoshi, for protecting me from that guy. Another change I absolutely love in Super Mario Advance 1 was the addition of Advance Coins, or were they called Ace Coins? They have a giant A on them. What is with that? That's his face, literally trailing behind him. Can I get him back? Well, I don't know how that worked, but sure. I like how his eyes detach from the rest of his body. But yeah, just the addition of those additional collectibles in Mario Advance 1 was a lot of fun. And then if you found all of those, you could then even play the game again and try and find all of the Yoshi eggs, which are hidden in the subspace that you access by using the magic potion bottle in the door. I thought that Mario Advance 1 was a really cool improvement to Super Mario Bros. 2. And again, I like the improvements that they made to Mario World, having that kind of, status screen and saving your Dragon Coins and such in Super Mario World. And then in Yoshi's Island, you get the extra levels. Each world has an extra stage that you can access, which is pretty neat. And then unfortunately, in Super Mario Advance 4, which was Super Mario Bros. 3, the main game itself doesn't really have many differences from Super Mario All-Stars version of Super Mario Bros. 3, with the exception of they added some extra blocks in places to make platforms easier to stand on and such. It's really strange. But where the differences come in there is, of course, the e-reader world, where you could, buy the cards and access those extra levels. I mean, we're running out of time, but I gotta know, what are they hiding in the area where you would normally get the secret exit? It's just a block. Is this anything worthwhile? Sure, but now we have to, bolt it to the end, man. This is as fast as we can go with 83 seconds left. Come on, Mario, you can do it. So, I mean, the e-reader levels are excellent. I have played them all on my channel. Definitely a Let's Play I recommend checking out if that's something that interests you. But it's unfortunate that, I guess that was kind of DLC in a sense. The main game lacked in extra content because they tried to sell it as extra. But those levels are really fantastic, and I think that collecting the cards is a lot of fun. So personally, it wasn't something that bothered me too much. But I guess the main problem was that they weren't all released in North America. So for a long time, you could only play them if you were in Japan, because that was where all the cards did come out. And of course, there were save files and such online. But finally, Nintendo did release all of the Mario Advance 4 e-reader levels on Mario Advance 4's eShop Wii U release. So if you're interested in trying them out for yourself, you can definitely do that there. And wow! Okay, that was just me talking about the Mario Advance games through that entire level. I hope you enjoyed. And that's not even the end of this. We still have to go through what is normally Roy's Castle. And the gimmick here is normally block snakes. And that's usually kind of the main theme of Roy's Castle. And so far, castles have really been throwing me for a loop, because they haven't been recreated super well in this 8-bit version. So I will be very interested to see if they actually tried to make block snakes, and if they did, they're probably glitchy as heck, or did they kind of replace those sections with some original content? I don't know, but let's dive right in to the World 5 Castle. And once again, we're gonna have to leave Yoshi outside. And what do we got? Okay, this is nothing like Roy's Castle. Fuzzies on line guides. This actually looks a little bit more like the Forest Fortress, which starts with an auto-scrolling room where Stompy Thing comes down and tries to crush you, and there are grinders on line guides. But the difference here is that they are not grinders and they are fuzzies, and it is not auto-scrolling, and there is no Stompy Thing, and there are also no switch block bridges to help us out. But yeah, that's exactly what this looks like. Instead of recreating the turn block, or rather not turn block, but the block snake gimmick of Roy's Castle, this is just the Forest Fortress. And is this also the Forest Fortress's second room? It is! I have no idea how you're intended to get that, unless there's an invisible block. You can't bounce off of enemies in this game. That was me holding the jump button and trying to get bounce height off that dry bones, and it did not work in the slightest. Unless I could, like, you know, jump over the top. That would be hilarious. Can you do it? Can you make this jump? Okay. That was probably a really silly thing to try, but we tried. I actually do have a mushroom in reserve, once again, just, you know, kind of forgetting that that exists. But we remembered. But wow, that is so strange to see that... Okay, I'm happy I was still able to get it, that they just kind of scrapped Roy's castle, and whoa, one block jump. I was hoping we would not see any more of those. But you see, I'm gonna bring my skills out, but I hit the ceiling, so it completely messed it up. And yeah, this is just weird. Are we actually gonna fight Roy at the end of this though, or will we fight a Reznor as you normally fight at the end of a fortress level? I think that's gonna be an interesting thing to discover. Thank you for the mushroom, but yeah, no grinders. It seems like that's something they had no interest in adding into this game. Normally there is a secret area to the right here where if you fly across, there is an area with a whole bunch of 1-ups, but there's a platform there, and then normally you can go in this door and get to the boss, but going over here would also take you to the boss. Will this move? It is too! So this is kind of just a challenge, you know, not get murdered by Potobos that you have no ability to see before they actually pop out from the fire. And here we are in secret 1-up land. It actually still exists, but instead of having to fly across, there is now a platform that you can use to get here. And yeah, I'm not going to complain about this. Give me all the 1-ups, please. I'm not going to accidentally, you know, hit the up button and go in that door. Thank you very much for the extra lives. And did we ever try re-entering castles in this game? But if you can, life farming location located. But let's see, who are we going to fight? It is actually Roy, although he looks kind of more like Morton, I think. But wow, it's funny that we played a fortress that you normally fight Reznor at the end of, and instead we're fighting Roy Morton. Very funky. And okay, let's see, and there we go, 3 hits, and he's out of here. Wow, that was actually the simplest castle we have played in a long time, despite the fact it was a little bit tricky. I think I got lucky at some points too, but there you go, that's World 5. What is the music? It sounds like the Vanilla Dome music, a very, 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 very poor version of the Vanilla Dome music on what is normally supposed to be Chocolate Island. So thank you so much for watching this part. Hope you enjoyed all those shenanigans. I hope you'll join me next time for World 6. I have no idea where things are going from here, but I am having so much fun. So thanks to everyone who's been supporting this series, and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.